Okay, y'all, I'm going to try to do a voiceover on this. This is the 12 Days of Christmas, day 5, with host Brenda from Rustic and Lace and Jackie from Crafting and Mimi's World. Sorry, I did this live and it sounded terrible, so I got to do a voiceover real quick. But anyway, make sure you check out these two hosts and the entire playlist down in my description box, okay? So, let's get started. Okay, y'all. So this one I'm trying to do with stuff from my sister. Y'all don't pay attention to the way I look because my hair's not done. This is early in the morning. I'm still in my nightgown. I don't craft in my nightgown. But she gave me these terracotta pots and she gave me some teeny tiny ones, but I'm not using those. She gave me these. The teeny tiny ones are so cute. She's going through her crafting stash and giving me her stuff. But anyway, y'all, this is early. This is early in the morning. I'm trying to get this done before I head back to the church. We're in revival and there's stuff I got to do. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm telling you. I did this talking, but there was some problem with the audio and I couldn't play the audio. So I'm now having to do a voiceover. But y'all, listen, I'm going to comment some things in this and don't count me out until you see the end result. Okay. That's all I'm going to tell you. Wait for the end result, all right? So I'm going to take this flannel that my sister gave me. All this stuff pretty much came from my sister. And I'm going to make a head for this terracotta pot. And it's I don't know. I'm not measuring anything. It depends on your terracotta pot, okay? So I'm just going to fool around with this because I am seriously doing this. I'm winging it, okay? I just love snowman, and that's the theme of this one. So, yeah, here we go. But I'm going to take this and I am going to, my sister gave me the flannel, my sister gave me the hair, my sister gave me the hats, the terracotta pots. That stuffing over there, right there, I use that as stuffing. It's actually quilt batting, low loft quilt batting. And she also gave me the pink material. And I'm going to be incorporating all these things into the snowman to make a snowman specifically out of things that my sister gave me for the most part. Okay, so I spread this apart and fluff it out, okay, real good, and I'm going to use this for stuffing. This is how I do it. You don't want to do it in pillows or anything, but you can definitely do it in crafts. So yeah, so I'm going to ball this up and stick it down in here, and then I'm going to fluff it around and cinch it up. Now, I'm not worried about how long it's going to be. We'll cut it off. I don't even care at this point. I'm trying to find, I'm trying to get it done, okay? So I'm going to ball it up, cinch it up, and put a rubber band around it, okay? Y'all, I didn't even realize I didn't even speed this up. But there's the jute on it, and then it's just going to slip down over the terracotta pot. And I'm going to put a lot of glue because I don't know if it's going to stick. You know what I'm saying? Because it's terracotta. But it's flannel, so it should be kind of fibrous, like felt. I don't know. Felt's magic. It sticks stuff to anything. So I'm just going to stick it down there. It holds. It's doing good. I'm telling y'all, I am not happy with this. I'm just going to tell y'all, I'm not. But anyway, I think it's my face. So she gave me these hats, and I don't like the hat, okay? I mean, it's great for a scarecrow, but I want a snow lady. So I don't want her to have a farmer's hat. So, this curly red hair. This is old. Look at it. I don't even know if you can find this stuff anywhere anymore. You might can at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. Michael's? I don't know. I never looked. But anyway, it's red hair. But like I said, y'all remember this whole video, I'm using stuff that my sister gave me, okay? So normally I would just wad it up. Okay, the hat's going to fit over the hair. So I'm going to put the hair back. I'm just checking stuff, y'all. Just checking. So, I'm going to take and, I'm going to paint this hat pink, and I end up not liking it. I didn't show you the hat painting part. You just paint a hat and see it up there. It's not the same color as pink, and I really don't like it. I thought I had the color, but when it dried, it wasn't the right color. It dried darker. So I'm going to take this piece of string, okay, and I put it around her neck, and I'm going to make a tutu dress like I did in, I think it was a scarecrow I made like this. And my sister gave me this beautiful eyelet fabric. Y'all, you cannot rip eyelet very well, okay? But it's okay because I wanted a scrappy snow lady. And I was going to put some ribbon in between, but I just did all pink, okay? I just did all pink. And it's like you would do a tutu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them down. I just measure. I can't tell you how long because it just depends. If you even want to make one of these, you could probably make one better than me. But I wrap it around and then I add a little extra. And I add extra because it will allow for the knot. Okay, so I got my strips here. Now, what I'm going to do, I was going to use that too. I did not. I did use it, but this come from Hobby Lobby. I love it. It was felty, or no, not felty, velvety ribbon, okay? So I've got my string here. So I'm going to take my pieces, and I had to remeasure because I done forgot what I did, okay? And cut that down, and I'm going to cut all my pieces, and mine are about 9 inches. Well, they're 8. That adds an extra inch. And then I'm just going to make a loop, see? And then run it under. Make sure you do them all the same way, and then pull it through, okay? Now, I'm going to do all pink that way. I was going to add this in there too. I did not. So when you get down, this is easier. Take your strips, make your loop, run it under. I keep checking it to make sure I don't add too many. Put your finger on it, hold it in your hand and pull, and it makes it so much easier. When you hold your string, hold your finger down and pull it. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get it around, where it'll tie around her neck. I was going to tie a bow with the extra string, and I ended up not doing that because I was going to put a scarf around her. And I thought, well, you're going to cover up your bow, goofball. So I didn't do that. So this comes out really cute until I put my face on. I think it's my face. I don't know. It looks like a man. It has a man face. I even showed my daughter and she's like, Mom, that looks like a mean old man. I said, I know. I don't know. And I'll tell you what it looks like. I'll tell you, I kept looking at it thinking, this looks like a man. This looks like a man I know. And I'll tell you who when I show you. But I'm going to trim until, all those little loops, they're different. So I'm going to trim and get them all the same and even there, or somewhat the same and even. Okay, y'all. I got my snowman box dug out of my stash, and I've got these flat ones. That would be cute too. These are just made out of orange vinyl, and I got felt balls, little teeny tiny ones. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and I have these little pegs, and they got little beady eyes, and I thought those would be so stinking cute, and I put them on, and I hated it. So I'll show you what I did, okay? And then I have noses that I made out of clay, just orange foam clay. All right, here's what those beady eyes look like, and I should have left them and not done anything but add cheeks, okay? And maybe a little eyebrow. That's all I should have done. But did I? No. I had to go crazy on it, but I got a paint pen and I made a mouth, and it got down in the crease and got too big. There's my eyebrows. I should have left that alone. I tried to make eyelashes. Y'all, I do the most. Sometimes. And I should have just left it alone. The beady eyes look better than the big old bulgy fake eyes. I'll show you. Y'all tell me in the comments which one you like better. But I don't know if it was the face or the red hair that scares me with this thing. That's cute. I should have left it alone, but I didn't. Okay, so I'm just taking wads of this because there's no easy way to do it. Now, sometimes I do take it on the sewing machine, put paper under it, and sew it. And I'll sew a straight stitch, and it helps go on better. But I'm just going to glue this on willy-nilly here. I'm just going to take it, pinch it, and glue. And then pinch and glue until I get her whole head covered with this fluffy little hair. Okay? She cracks me up. I looked when I tilted that up and looked at it, I said, okay, I changed her eyes out. I should have left it. I should have left the little beady eyes look better, but look at this thing. Look at that hair. All right. I don't know. Is it the red hair? Is it the face? Y'all tell me. I don't think the red went with the pink. I should have picked a different color, but I don't know. So I'm going to take this ribbon, and this is a skinny one. I ended up going with the fat one. And I'm just going to make a scarf, and I'm going to just wrap it around and tie it. Okay, just wrap it around, loop it over itself, and tie it in a knot. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, I put that pink hat on her, and it does not match, and it looks terrible. So I'm gonna take this, y'all. I am seriously not even. I didn't even think about this. I'm really just doing it. I'm just doing it as I go. I'm not even thinking about it. So I'm going to tack this down. Now, you don't want to put a whole lot of glue because it goes through, or y'all ain't going to do this. I didn't want to put a whole lot of glue because I didn't want it to go through my fabric. If y'all are watching this, I applaud you. I love you. I give you all my love because I don't know if I would watch it. I really don't. I wouldn't watch it. So, anyway, now that I got that, I'm going to take my pink and shears. Like, what does it matter? Because I'm going to tuck it under and glue it. But I'm just going around it. And I'm going to go around there and I'm going to pull it under. And I'm going to glue it. You ain't going to see it because of that curly hair. But I'm just going to tack it around like that right there. Y'all, that looks like it's like a mushroom top. That looks like a mushroom top. I'm like, what am I doing? I've got to separate it somehow and make it at least look like a hat and not a mushroom top, or I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all wait till you see the final reveal in there. So I'm going to take, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this ribbon. It was too fat. I ain't going to do that. I'm going to cut that ribbon in half. Okay? I had to think a minute. I cut it in half and I tack it down, and I'm just going to push it in, put a line of glue and push it in and kind of define the hat rim from the hat bubble cap. I don't know, the top. Whatever. Hat bubble. So where I glued that right there, it left a little, I mean, you could tell the two pieces were there. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to fold it and make a cancer awareness looking thingy. And then I'm going to push it in the middle, and I'm going to take a piece of thread with a needle. I mean, a needle with a piece of thread. And I'm going to poke it in the back. And then I'm going to spin it around and around and around to make my middle, which I cover it in a minute. So it doesn't matter. But I mean, you could have left it like it was. I mean, I could leave it like it is. It don't matter. And then I'll just tie it off. And then I'm going to glue it right in the middle there where I put those pieces together. That way it covers it up, you know. So that is cute, ain't it? That is cute. I like the hat more than the snow girl. But anyway, so let's carry on, shall we? So I took and I wanted some arms, and then I thought, no, I don't want no arms. I put beads in there and made a hand, and I didn't like it, so I decided I'm not going to put it on. Do I put that on the side? Do I put it in the back? I put it right in the front. So I'm going to take a whole lot of glue, and I'm going to put it in this hat and around this hat, and I'm going to push it down really, really, really hard on her head so it goes through the hair onto the fabric. What is that? Flannel fabric. Okay. On her head. Make sure her bangs came out. Ooh. Y'all, I had a friend that had red curly hair. It was naturally curly when I was in school, and she hated it. She hated it. I always loved it. I had to pay for a perm to get curly hair. And, people with straight hair don't like it. People with curly hair don't like it. You never like nothing about yourself, I don't think. But we're always trying to change things. But she seriously hated it. And this reminded me of her a little bit, except that face. That face reminds me of somebody. You know who it is? You know who it is? Gru from the Minions. She Gru from the Minions. That's it. Gru. It's a female Gru from the Minions. Y'all, I was laughing so hard at myself. Okay, so I got this strand of garland from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to cut one of these little, it's a dainty little snowflake. It's, I don't know, it's got omniscient, and I got this. Ain't that pretty? Well, I'm going to use it for that. It was $8.99, but I got it half off, and I just loved all those little things and thought, you could do a lot of stuff with these because there's a bunch on there. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to clip them off, and I wanted to tuck something in her hat. Well, it was green and I didn't like it. I did not like it. I needed white ones. Did I have white ones? No. If I do, where they at? I don't know right now. So I am simply going to paint them. Okay, so after painting them white, I took that glitter that I've had forever. It's iridescent glitter, however you say that. And I put that on there, and then I added some white pip berries in there. You can't see them, they're blurry, but they're there. And I was trying to spruce her up just a little bit, okay? So I took flannel, and I rolled it and rolled it and rolled it until I got arms, circles. And then I glued it down, cut it real small, close to the thing. And I'm gluing that edge down and her hands out. And it's cute, but I wanted something in her hands, okay? And I cut the balls off, and I have this snowball. And I'm thinking she can hold a snowball. Well, my husband come home when I was doing this, okay? And he said, that looks like one of those muffs that you put your hands in. The hand warmer thingies. I think they're called muffs. And I was like, oh, cool, I can do that. Or she could be holding a snowball. She could be holding a snowball muff. I don't know. So I'm going to take glue after I get a glue stick. I hate when I do that. And I'm going to put glue on here, and I'm going to smush that fabric roll right in that. This is not a cotton ball. It is a, what do you call it? Y'all know what that is. Pom-pom. It's a pom-pom. The Lord always puts it in my mind when I think about it a minute. So I'm going to smush her hands in this pom-pom, and I wasn't sure after I put glued beads in them. I wasn't sure if they were going to reach, but it did. There it is. Pom-poms. Look, that angry little woman, she was mad because she had cold hands. Even after I warmed her hands, she's not happy. But I did this using all the stuff that my sister gave me, okay? All right, y'all, look. I found some of these glasses that I recently bought at Hobby Lobby. They're the Paper Studio. Overlook my mess, because, yeah, it's a mess. Okay, Paper Studio. They're cute little glasses. But look, it made her look so much better. She's not so grumpy looking, and if she is, she's a grumpy little old lady. But look, there, I could show you the detail without it blurring, and then I added some little snowflakes to her scarf, and she's warming her hands, and I love her so much better. Y'all, thank you for watching. I told you to watch till the end. She does brighten up just a little. But until next time, hey, make sure you check out everybody in the playlist, the host and all the collaborators, okay? Don't forget them. But until next time, you are a blessing. Goodbye.